So this is Dr. T.V. Rao, Professor, DBS Institute of Technology. So today I am explaining internal combustion engines. It means IC engines in basic mechanical engineering course. Okay. So basically engine means which can produce mechanical work. Generally it is called as an engine. So here we are going to explain heat engines and IC engines and what are the different types of engines are available and the classifications of engines. Mainly 4-stroke engines and 2-stroke engines, SI engines and CA engines. The working principle of SI engines and CA engines and 4-stroke and 2-stroke that we are going to discuss in this chapter. Basically heat engine means, so this is a heat engine here which converts thermal energy into mechanical energy. Generally it is called as a heat engine. So thermal energy means is a heat energy. So wherever we can convert heat energy into mechanical energy or mechanical work output, we can call it as a heat engine. So some examples: a steam engine, a diesel engine, petrol engines, diesel engines, okay, and gas engines. All these things we can take it as a heat engines. Again, in heat engines, based on the type of combustion, again we are classified as external combustion engines and internal combustion engines. External combustion engines means there the burning of the fuel takes place outside the engine. The burning of the fuel takes place outside the engine. It is called as external combustion. So example, boilers. In case of a boilers, we burn the fuel outside and we produce the steam. So generally boilers, we can take it as external combustion engines. And some cases, we burn the fuel inside the engine. That is called internal combustion engines. So if you take petrol engines or diesel engines or gas engines, in all the cases, we burn the fuel inside the engine. That is called internal. Now we are going to discuss the different aspects of internal combustion engines. So here in this diagram there is a heat energy. So if you are able to convert heat energy into mechanical energy, that is called as a heat engine. So generally the engine, it seems to be like this. It is an IC engine. Okay. So engine consists of, there will be different components we find in the engine that we'll discuss. Okay. So here, so it is a 4-stroke engine. So here you can find there is a change of number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That means it is a 4-stroke engine. 1 represents first stroke, 2 represents second stroke, 3 represents third stroke, and 4 represents fourth stroke. We'll discuss what are the various parts of the engine, how it works. So before that, now we have discussed what is meant by IC engines. IC engine means if you burn the fuel inside the engine, it is called as IC engines. Now we'll see the classification of IC engines. Here there are different types of classification is there. So there are different types of classification. The first classification is based on type of fuel. Suppose if there are different fuels are available in the market. So based on the fuel, we classify the engines as petrol engines. It means that where we use petrol as a fuel. Diesel engines, here we use diesel as a fuel. Gas engines, here we use gas. Gas means we may use LPG gas or CNG gas or any other natural gas as a fuel. And there is another classification of engine, that is bifuel engine. Bifuel means here there are two types of fuels we use. So one is liquid fuel, another one will be gaseous fuel. So like this, the combination of fuels, two fuels we use, we could call it as, it is a bifuel engine. So there is another classification, very important classification, that is based on number of strokes per cycle. Okay. So basically there are two types of engines are available, that is 4-stroke engines and 2-stroke engines. So 4-stroke engine means in every working cycle there are 4 strokes, it is called as 4-stroke engine, or in a working cycle there are only 2 strokes, that is called as 2-stroke engines. Okay. So what are those 4 different strokes that we will discuss later. Another classification is based on method of ignition. Ignition means that is burning. How we burn the fuel. So here there are two types of classification. One is spark ignition. In case of spark ignition, with the help of spark plug, we initiate the spark, and the fuel, it catches the fire with the help of the spark and it burns. In case of compression ignition, second classification is compression ignition engines. In case of compression ignition engines, we cannot use spark plug. Then how we burn the fuel means, here we use high compression ratios. If you expose the fuel to the high compression ratio, so the temperature increases. At a high temperature, the fuel automatically it burns. So that is the mechanism we use in compression ignition engines. Like this, so this is a very, very important classification. That is, the basically engines are classified into SI engines and CI engines. SI means spark ignition engines and CI means compression ignition engines. And according to the cycle of combustion, or we can say that according to the thermodynamic cycle, again the engines are classified as Otto cycle engines. Otto cycle means all petrol engines follows Otto cycle, and all diesel engines follows diesel cycle, and dual combustion means high speed engines follows dual combustion cycle. And according to the number of cylinders, the engines are classified as single cylinder engines and multi-cylinder engines. A single cylinder means there is only one cylinder, one piston will be there in the engine. In case of a multi-cylinders, there are many, more than one cylinder will be there in the engine. So we want to produce more power means in particular case we go for multi-cylinder engines. All high-speed engines are multi-cylinder engines. So this is the pictorial view of a engine. So if you observe, there is a cylinder. Say inside the cylinder there will be a piston. Piston is a reciprocating part. This piston is connected to a connecting rod, and another end of the connecting rod is connected to a crankshaft. This is a crankshaft. So a crankshaft, generally it rotates, piston it reciprocates. That means here reciprocating motion is converted into rotary motion with the help of the connecting rod. And top of the cylinder there is a portion is called cylinder head. In cylinder head we place inlet valve, exhaust valve, spark plug, and you can call it a crankcase. Inside the crankcase we fill the lubricating oil. Okay. And for cooling there will be water cooling arrangements. Continuously there will be water will be circulated to cool the engine. So this is the diagram of a multi-cylinder engine. There will be a number of cylinders, and every cylinder there is a pistons. and the piston is connected to the connecting rod, and a connecting rod is again connected to the crankshaft. Like this, the arrangement of the multi-cylinder engines we find here. And there is another classification according to the arrangement of cylinders. There is engines are classified as a vertical engine, horizontal engine, inline engine. In case of inline engines, all the cylinders are placed in a line. There is a radial engine. A radial engine means all the cylinders are arranged in a circular way. There is a V engine. According to the method of cooling, the engines are classified as air-cooled engines, water-cooled engines. In case of air-cooled engines, with the help of air, we cool the engine, and water-cooled engines, we use water as a cooling agent. This is the diagrams of different cylinders. Inline, in case of inline, how the engines are arranged, there is a V engines. Here, all the cylinders are arranged in a V shape. This is a radial. All the cylinders are placed in a circular way. Then it is called as a radial engines. So then parts of IC engine. So what are the various parts we find in IC engines? IC engine means internal combustion engines. It may be a petrol engine, but the important part in the engine is cylinder. So there is a cylinder. Okay, inside the cylinder there will be a piston. So piston is a reciprocating. It reciprocates inside the cylinder, and around the piston there will be piston rings. The piston rings will provide as a seal and for leakage of burnt gases. Okay. So if there is a leakage of burnt gases, what happens means the compression cannot be develop. If there is no compression means burning will be a problem, and there will be starting problem also. So connecting rod, the piston is connected to the connecting rod. One end of the connecting rod is connected to the piston, other end of the connecting rod is connected to the crankshaft. Like this connecting rod, it converts a reciprocating motion into a rotary motion. So this crankshaft, so this bottommost component in an engine is crankshaft. So this crankshaft is connected to the connecting rod, and other end of this crankshaft is connected to the flywheel. And there will be valves mechanism on top of the cylinder is called as a cylinder head. Over the cylinder head there will be two valves. So one is inlet valve, other one will be exit valve. Through inlet valve, air fuel mixture enters. Through exit valve, the burnt gases leave the cylinder. As we discussed, flywheel is the crankshaft is connected to one end of the crankshaft is connected to the flywheel. What is the function of the flywheel means it stores the energy. Whatever the power develops inside in the engine will be transferred to the flywheel, and in the flywheel the energy is stored in the form of a moment of inertia. So crankcase, the bottommost portion of this engine is called as a crankcase. In crankcase we fill the lubricating oil, and this lubricating oil will supply to all the components of the engine. The cylinder means it is a part of the engine where fuel is burnt and power is developed. So inside the cylinder, main power will be developed in the engine. Inside diameter is called as bore. The inside diameter of the cylinder is called as bore. Sleeve is fitted with tightly in the cylinder to prevent the wearing of the blade. Again, inside the cylinder there will be alloy sleeve is fitted. Once it will be worn out, it will be removed, and again the new sleeve will be fitted. piston. So piston means it is a reciprocating component inside the cylinder. It's a close fitting hollow cylinder plunger moving to and fro inside the cylinder. And power developed by the combustion of the fuel is transmitted by piston to the crankshaft through the connecting rod. So piston rings. So what are the piston rings means? These are the metallic rings inserted into grooves provided by the top end of the piston. Okay. So it maintains a gas-tight joint between the piston and the cylinder. So flywheel it is mounted on the crankshaft to maintain the uniform rotation of the crankshaft. That means the energy is stored in the flywheel and it maintains the uniform rotation of the crankshaft to maintain the remaining strokes of suction, compression, and exhaust. So like this. The working of the engine, it seems to be like this. It is a four-stroke engine. So it is a petrol engine. Why it is a petrol engine means there is a spark plug is there. If there is a spark plug, it is called as a petrol engine. If there is no spark plug, we can say that it is a diesel engine. So there is an inlet valve and exhaust valve. Okay. So one means this is suction stroke, two means compression stroke, three means power stroke, and four means exhaust stroke. Okay. So here blue color represents fresh air fuel mixture and red color represents it's a burnt gases. Okay. So during this four stroke, third stroke is a power stroke. The power generally developed produced during the power stroke. Now we'll discuss what is how the four stroke engine works. Okay. So four-stroke petrol engine. So the mechanism of four-stroke petrol engine or four-stroke diesel engines both are same. If it is a petrol engine, there will be spark plug will be there. If it is a diesel engine, there will be a fuel injector will be there. Okay. So four-stroke petrol engine consists of a cylinder, cover, mechanical operated valve, spark plug, connecting rod, and crank. Only there is a spark plug. If it is a petrol engine, there will be a spark plug. So what are the four stroke means? There are four strokes. The first one is suction stroke, compression stroke, power stroke, and exhaust stroke. Okay. So during suction stroke, a suction creates inside the cylinder, and the fresh fuel air mixture enters. Compression stroke, whatever the mixture enters into the cylinder, it gets compressed. At the end of the compression stroke, what happens means fuel gets ignited and it starts burning. And during power stroke, so due to burning of the fuel, we'll get the power stroke, we'll get the power. Okay, like this, we can tap the power during the power stroke, and the burnt gases leave the cylinder in the exhaust stroke. Like this, four-stroke engines are designed with the help of these four strokes. Now we'll see detail what happens during the suction stroke. During suction stroke, inlet valve opens, exit valve closed. During suction stroke, inlet valve opens and exhaust valve closed. Once inlet valve opens, what happens means air fuel mixture enters into the cylinder. And so during suction stroke, the piston it moves from top to bottom. Top means it is we can call it as a TDC, top dead center. Bottom means BDC, bottom dead center. During suction stroke, the piston it moves from top to bottom, and and during that stroke, the fuel air mixture enters. So petrol air mixtures drawn into the cylinder due to pressure difference. During suction stroke, what happens means inside there will be low pressure, outside there is atmospheric pressure. So here atmospheric pressure is more than the inside pressure. So due to pressure difference, always air fuel mixture flows from high pressure to the low pressure. Like this, during suction stroke, air fuel mixture enters into the cylinder. And second one will be a compression stroke. So compression stroke, what happens? So during this stroke, both inlet and exhaust valves are closed. During compression stroke, both inlet and exhaust valves are closed. And piston moves from bottom BDC to TDC. The piston moves from bottom dead center to top dead center. Once piston moves from BDC bottom to top means it get compressed. Fuel air mixture get compressed and pressure and temperature increases. Okay. And how much pressure increases means the pressure ratio, the compression ratio is 1:11. That means the compression or pressure is 11 times of the atmospheric pressure. The pressure inside the cylinder is 11 times of the atmospheric pressure. Okay. And at the end of the compression stroke, the spark plug, it initiates the spark. Once there is a spark means automatically the fuel starts burning. And the burning starts at the end of the compression stroke, and the third stroke will be a power stroke. The burnt gases, due to burning of the gases, very high pressure gases are released. These high pressure gases pushes the piston from TDC to BDC. Pressure gases gets power and it's called as a power stroke. And at the end of the power stroke, the exhaust valve will be closed, exhaust valve will be open. The burnt gases starts leaving the cylinder. That is called exhaust stroke. During exhaust stroke, the piston again it moves from bottom to top, BDC to TDC. So when due to this movement of piston from BDC to TDC, all the burnt gases leave the cylinder. So that happens in exhaust stroke. So like this. So with the help of the 4 strokes, okay, the 4-stroke engines operate, whether it is a petrol engine or diesel engine. In generally, in 4-stroke engines, whether it is a petrol or diesel, there will be a suction stroke, compression stroke, power stroke, or working stroke, or exhaust stroke. Due to the combination of this 4-stroke, we produce one power stroke during this working cycle. So this is the 4-stroke diesel engines. In case of diesel engines, there is no spark plug. There will be a fuel injector will be there. Due to so in case of diesel engines, due to high pressure ratio 1:20, due to high pressure ratio, in diesel engines only air enters into the cylinder, and during compression stroke only air gets compressed to a very high pressure ratio of 1:20. At the end of the compression stroke, the fuel injected with the help of a fuel injector, and due to high pressure and high temperatures, the fuel starts burns. And due to the burning of this fuel inside the combustion chamber, inside the engine, again the piston moves from TDC to BDC. Will get power, And during the exhaust stroke, the burnt gases leaves the cylinder through exhaust valve. Like this, there is a four-stroke diesel engines. The working of four-stroke petrol engines or four-stroke diesel engines are same. In case of four-stroke petrol engine, there will be spark plug. In four-stroke diesel engine, there will be fuel injector. Okay. And next important engine is two-stroke engines. Again, two-stroke engines, again two-stroke petrol engines will be there and two-stroke diesel engines will be there. If it is a petrol engine, there will be a spark plug will be there for burning. In diesel engines means there is no spark plug. There due to high compression ratios, the burning takes place. Okay. So generally in two-stroke engines, there won't be any valves, only there will be a port. So what is the difference between valve and port means? Port is a small opening. A small hole or small opening is called as a port. Valve means it is a reciprocating mechanism. With the help of the reciprocating mechanism, the valve will be open and closed. It takes place. But in case of a port, there is no moving component. In two-stroke engines, there will be inlet port, there will be exhaust port, and there is another port is called transfer port. And cylinder bottom we call is a crankcase. There will be connecting piston, connecting rod, and crankshaft. And here, at top of the piston, there will be some different shaped piston will be there. This is called as a crown. This crown, it helps for the movement of the burnt gases or air fuel mixture. And there will be outside the engine, there will be fins will be there, fins arranged for cooling purpose. Now we'll see how it works. See. So the two-stroke engines means there is only two strokes. During within the two strokes, the complete power has to be produced. The first air fuel mixture, that means petrol air mixture. Fuel is petrol. So air fuel mixture, first it enters into the engine with the help of inlet port. Once it enters, directly it cannot go to the cylinder. After entering the air fuel mixture, it comes to this crankcase, bottom of the cylinder, bottom of the engine, the air fuel mixture it enters. First it enters into the crankcase. So from the crankcase, when the piston it comes down, the entire air fuel mixture through transfer port, it enters into the cylinder. And the cylinder and the piston and the cylinder, and when the piston moves from bottom to top, whatever the air fuel mixture it enters into the cylinder, it gets compressed. And with the help of at the end of the compression, with the help of the spark plug, the ignition takes place. Due to this ignition, the fuel starts burning. So due to burning of the fuel, there will be high pressure gases will be released. Due to the high pressure gases, it pushes the piston from TDC to top to bottom. So that is called power stroke. During the power stroke, the burnt gases, once the exhaust port is opened, the burnt gases leave the cylinder through exhaust port. Okay, and so this power stroke and the exhaust stroke will be covered when the piston it moves from bottom. When the piston moves from top to bottom, this power stroke and exhaust strokes will takes place. When the piston moves from bottom to top, the suction takes place. Suction and compression takes place. When the piston moves from bottom to top, bottom of the piston suction and top of the piston compression takes place, and it moves from top to bottom, both power stroke and exhaust stroke takes place. So within the two strokes, all the four suction, compression, power and exhaust will be completed. That's why it is called as a two-stroke engine. Within the two stroke means movement of piston from top to bottom is called one stroke, bottom to top is called one stroke. Okay. So in one revolution, there will be two strokes will be there. In one revolution of the crankshaft, there will be two revolutions. Within the two revolutions, all the four process, suction, compression, power and exhaust, if it will be completed, is called as two strokes. So within two revolutions, with single revolutions, if all the four process completed, it is called as a two strokes. With the two revolutions or four strokes, it is completed, it is called as a four-stroke engine. So here in two-stroke engines, first stroke or upward stroke. Upward stroke means when the piston moves from bottom to top is called upward stroke. When the piston moves from bottom to top, what happens? Air-fuel mixture enters. It is called suction. And top, what happens? It gets compressed. During upward stroke or during first stroke, suction and compression, bottom of the piston suction takes place, top of the piston compression takes place. Like this, two strokes are completed during the first stroke. So in the first stroke, piston moves from BDC to TDC. Air-fuel mixture is drawn in through inlet. Supply of petrol air mixture is cut off when the upward motion of the piston. Further, piston will compress the petrol air mixture in the cylinder. At the end of this compression stroke, spark plug initiates the combustion. During second stroke, what happens means second stroke, again here piston moves from top to bottom. Okay, during second stroke, the fuel starts burns and will get power. At the end of the power stroke, the burnt gases leave the cylinder through exhaust port. Like this, during second stroke or downward stroke, both power stroke as well as exhaust stroke completed. Like that, within two strokes, all these things are the four processes are completed. It is called as a two-stroke engine. So, like this, we have discussed what is meant by four-stroke engines, what is meant by two-stroke engines. Four-stroke engines, there are four strokes: suction stroke, compression stroke, power stroke, and exhaust stroke. For these four strokes, it requires two revolutions of the crankshaft. In case of a two strokes, all the four processes completed within two strokes or one revolutions of the crankshaft. So another important is SI engines and CI engines. The differences between what is meant by SI engine, what is meant by CI engines, what are the main differences that we will discuss. First, if you see the combustion process, in case of SI engine means it is a spark ignition engines. All petrol engines are SI engines. CI engine means it is a compression ignition engines. All diesel engines are CI engines. So if it is a combustion process, so here in case of SI engines, combustion is initiated by a spark plug. In case of SI engine, combustion is initiated by a spark. In case of a CI engine, combustion is initiated by a high pressure compression ratios, high pressure compression. Okay. So in SI engines, compression ratio is 1:11, and CI engine compression ratio is 1:22. That is, in SI engine low compression ratios, CI engines high. So during suction, in case of SI engines, air fuel mixture enters. In case of diesel engine, only air enters during suction stroke. In case of a CI engine, only air enters during suction stroke. Fuel. In case of SI engines, we use petrol as a fuel. In case of CI engines, we use diesel as a fuel. And thermodynamic cycle, SI engines follows Otto cycle and diesel engines follow, CI engines follow diesel cycle. So weight of the engine, SI engines is very light because of low compression ratios, and CI engine is heavy and bulky due to high compression ratios. Efficiency is low because of low compression ratio, and efficiency is high because of high compression ratio. And speed of the SI engines are very high because it's a light engine. Speed of the CI engine is low because of heavy engine. So these are the main differences everybody should know when you are studying IC engines. Okay. So with this, and so in case of a petrol SI engines, we use carburetor. In case of SI engines, how fuel supply. In case of a petrol engines, how we'll supply the fuel means using carburetor, we supply the fuel to the engine. What is meant by carburetor? Carburetor means it is a component where we mix petrol and air fuel mixture will be sent to the engine. So this carburetor will be there outside the engine. Carburetor will be there outside the engines. This carburetor we use for petrol engines only. Using carburetor, we prepare air fuel mixture, and that air fuel mixture will be sent to the petrol engines. That air fuel mixture will be sent to the engine. Okay, for burning, for power generation. Okay, that is called carburetor. Okay, in case of a CE engines, okay, so during suction stroke we will send only air. We will send air to the engine, and air get compressed. By the end of this compression stroke, we will send the fuel with the help of the fuel injector, and this fuel injector injects the fuel in the form of a very fine droplets of fuel. And during compression stroke, what happens means air and fuel mix inside the cylinder. At the end of the compression stroke, air and fuel mix inside the cylinder. Due to high temperature of the air, diesel gets burned. That is the mechanism in case of a diesel engines. In diesel engines, the mixing takes place inside the engine. Petrol engines, mixing takes place outside the engine. That is one important difference for petrol engines and diesel engines. So with this, the IC engines will be over. In IC engines, basically we discuss what is meant by engine, what is meant by heat engine, what are the different classification of heat engines. Heat engines are classified into external combustion engines and internal combustion engines. And we discuss in detail about internal combustion engines. Internal combustion means if fuel burnt inside the engine, it's called as internal combustion engines. And these IC engines are classified in many ways. We have discussed all the entire classifications of IC engines, and we discuss in detail what is the working of four-stroke engines and what is the working of how the working of two-stroke engines. What are the differences between the four-stroke engines, two-stroke engines we have discussed, and what are the major components of a IC engine we have discussed, and what is meant by SI engines, what is meant by C engine, what are the major differences, what are the of these SI engines and these C engines. All these things we have discussed. Okay, so in this chapter. Okay, so with this I'll stop IC engines. Thank you.